What's up everyone, my name is Anthony. Hope you're all having a great day, and in this video I'm going to do some quick technical analysis on the broader markets as well as on some specific stock picks that I mentioned in previous videos, and then we're going to dive into some trades that we made over the past couple of days or so and kind of walk through how we made some good profits on this Robinhood account. So in the last video, I think we were sitting around, if I check the daily, we were sitting around 38,000, somewhere around here, and now we're comfortably hit the 42K mark. So this account is overall doing very well. This is just any calls that are made on my Discord. I'm just following them here on this Robinhood account and showing you what's going on with the profits. So overall, we're doing very well. I think we've pretty much gone straight up since we started this account. Maybe I think we actually started this around 2 weeks ago, roughly, and we're up 40% on the month. So that's really good. Everything's been going pretty well, and I want to kind of go over some trades that we made on the S&P 500 as well as the NASDAQ in today's video. So if we go back to the SPY, which is a reflection of the S&P 500, we have some technical analysis here that I'll show you. But for today's count, I have a very interesting trade to talk about. So over here, I actually was in puts. So I was on the wrong side of the market at this area. It wasn't a very highly leveraged trade. I think I had 3 contracts, so very low leverage, but still I was holding puts. And then we acceleration gapped upwards over here for some upside. And right at this position, so when we opened up today, I immediately canceled all my puts. I switched and reversed my trade to calls, and I went heavily leveraged, or at least not heavily leveraged, but more leveraged than 3 contracts. And I signaled this in the Discord, and then we rode all the way up, I think around maybe 0.5, 0.6%, or even 0.7% to the upside. And that's why you see this very nice 10% gain on our total account. And this is a pretty large account so far, and which just keeps growing. But yeah, I have some of the positions here. These are credit spreads from previous videos and previous signals in the Discord. But yeah, overall we're up very nicely on a lot of the positions. And I'll break down exactly why I think that we still have some bullish momentum left in the S&P 500 as we move into next week. So just jumping into the wave count right here, zooming out a bit. So we have, in the golden yellow, we have a wave 1 up, wave 2 down, and then a wave 3 completed over here, and then a wave 4 correction. And now we're working on this last part of the bullish market momentum here for this wave 5. And within this wave 5, we can subdivide it into an impulsive wave. So over here we have a wave 1 up, wave 2 down, wave 3 up, which we're currently working on right now, and then we're going to have a wave 4 correction, and then a wave 5 to the upside. So I'm just trying to play this wave 3 right here. And the reason why I immediately switched from puts to calls after we gapped up is because this is very indicative of a wave 3 of 3. You always see you see gapped ups like this in a wave 3 of 3. And when we didn't head straight down after we gapped up, that was a clear bullish indicator to get into calls and switch and reverse my trade. I usually don't like switching and reversing my trades, but this was just a clear buy signal in my opinion, and it worked out perfectly. So not only do we actually make up for a lot of the losses, but we obviously profited really nicely. I think we were down 1,000 on the start of market open just because of the puts, and then we reversed the trade and made a lot of money. So that's just an example of how don't stick too close to the trades if they don't work out. You can always cut loss and buy back into them later, and that's what we did right here. So of course, all my trade signals are provided in my Discord, and the link to join is down in the description below if you're interested. So overall, we're looking to complete some more bullish wave counts in the S&P 500. Just to zoom in a little bit on this wave 3, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the progress of forming. And within this wave 5, I think we can form some kind of subdivision here, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This count, in terms of like this very small degree, this is like down to the minute. It looks so far, this looks like what we're forming right here, another impulsive wave. But I do need to see some kind of price movement upwards right here for the wave 3. If you're curious what this red dotted line right here is, this is going to be my exit place for calls if we do fall below this level, because it does fall below this wave 2. And I'm very happy with taking profits at this level at 439, because we did enter down here around 437. So yeah, overall looks like a really good trade so far, and holding calls into next week. So yeah, that's going to be the general market analysis for the S&P 500. Bullish for this wave 3, and then we'll retrace for a wave 4, push up for a wave 5 in the future, one last push to the upside, and then we'll come correcting down for a nested wave 5 top for some likely ABC correction. And when we get to that area, I will be going very heavily leveraged into puts, and of course I'll be alerting that in the Discord. So now let's move on to the NASDAQ, which is here in the triple Qs. So I also played this for calls, and this was signaled in the Discord as well. So because of that bullishness in the S&P 500, we're likely to follow up with the tech sector, and it looks like both are doing a wave 3 of 5. So we played that for very nice gains. Both of the indexes have moved up very nicely, 1% in SPY and 1.17% in tech. So really good upside there. We captured it with calls. So up here for wave 3, and then down for wave 4, predicted sometime next week, possibly. That could be because of the Fed meetings with Jerome Powell next week that are occurring. There should be some catalysts for this sell-off for the wave 4, and then we'll push lastly upwards for that wave 5 to complete this nested set of wave 5s, and then we'll come correcting down for some bear markets, just like in the S&P 500. So right now we're still bullish on tech, and that is why I'm buying calls. And so yeah, things are looking good so far. I may play puts for the wave 4, depending on how the price action unfolds. These are some extension levels that we could hit. So the first one is at 371.27. That is the main target for this top of wave 3. However, I probably will be taking profits anywhere around 369 to 370. So if we do get up to those levels. Right now we're kind of stalling at the 1.272 levels around 368, and that's normal, but I think we could still see a little bit of a push to the upside for wave 3. So both SPY and QQQ looking bullish going to next week, and I will signal any changes in this in the Discord as well as here in the YouTube. So next I want to go over AMC. So AMC, we're actually looking like we're getting some consolidation, preparing for a wave 3 push to the upside. We haven't gotten that confirmation yet. We did get a bounce off these technical zones, and this green box right here is what I've drawn in the Discord as well as I think in the past video, and these are likely areas of a bounce for the wave 3, and so far we have bounced right within that green box, pretty much right at the 0.786 zone, which is very common for wave 2s, although if it does fall below this level, I will be a bit concerned, but so far we haven't, and we've pushed off nicely. So things are looking really good for AMC. Just for broader context, if I zoom out a little bit on the price action, so we do have a wave 3 pushing upwards here, and then a wave 4 correction, and now we're working on a wave 5 to the upside over here. So that's what I'm looking to target with shares. And as you can see, my Robinhood, even though we got some downside over the past couple of days or so, we are still up on our shares 10%, which is nice, 9.55%, which is pretty decent, even though we've tanked this wave 2 for shares. And now we should push upwards for a wave 3 in the future, and if anything changes, I will adjust my position accordingly. So looking bullish on AMC so far, good balance. Should push up for a wave 3 of 5. So now let's go to the VIX. So of course, whenever I analyze the broader markets, I like to bring in the fear index just to kind of make sure that the analysis is making sense. And right now we're in the middle of the range between two support and resistance levels. So the first one right here is right around 18. This is just a previous trend line area of resistance. And the next level of support will be at 16.55. So if we do get some downside, if we do get some upside in the markets, we should see some downside in the VIX. So we could gravitate more towards this trend line, and that would likely correspond with a push to the upside to complete these wave 3s of 5s over here in the indexes. So the VIX is so far agreeing with our analysis, which is great, and I will keep an eye on this as always when I do any trades on the market. So next we'll go into Tesla. So for this stock, in my past video I mentioned how we're doing. I'm not very bullish on this stock, and it looks like to be doing a failed impulsive wave, and so far we're getting exactly that. And we should be working on a Y wave downwards. And just because these are complex corrections, they can be very choppy. So let me actually zoom out to the broader term wave count. So over here we have a 1, 2 forming, 3, 4, 5, a completed impulse wave. And now we're working on a correction. So we already finished an ABC, which would form the W wave of the complex correction. And now we're working on the X wave of that complex correction. And then we should be working on a Y wave downwards. And this can be very choppy and slow, which is why I don't think there's any good risk to reward with this trade right now. I'm just staying away from this stock. I'm generally staying away from most stocks because, as you can see here, I'll show you in a second, Apple similarly is doing very similar structure, WXY, for a complex correction, because as you can see here, looks like we finished a bullish impulsive wave already. So we had a wave 1 up, wave 2 down, wave 3 up, triangular consolidation for a wave 4, then a push upwards for a wave 5 to complete the bullish impulsive wave. And then we're working on a complex correction, so a WXY, and of course this W forms an ABC, and then it looks like we're getting some resistance right here at the X wave, and we should push downwards in the future for a wave Y. We could keep pushing upwards, like we could maybe retest all-time highs and push a little bit upwards, but the risk to reward on any bullish trades for me is not there. So I'm not touching any of these stocks, Tesla, Apple, and NIO as well. So actually NIO is also doing exact same pattern. So wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 has already completed. This red box right here was my sell zone and short zone, and we bounced right off of it. So similarly, just like Apple and Tesla, we had a WXY. It looks like we're forming a WXY. So W here, which is formed by an ABC pattern. We pushed upwards for a wave X, and now it looks like we're forming a wave Y. And this wave Y could take on an ABC correction, so an A, B, C. That's just to keep an eye. NIO, a short position makes sense to me at these levels, but I don't really see that good of a risk to reward. It's kind of guessing whether the B wave has already completed, and to me, I don't know right now if it's completed or not. Technically, the stock could move upwards again for a B wave and then push downwards for a C wave. That is a possibility, but there's no way to know right now what it's doing until you wait for a little bit more confirmation that it can start making its way downwards to this green box right here, anywhere from 33 to 27, and that would be a buy zone for me. So NIO, all these stocks, these major hype stocks that were greatly increasing during the bull market rally. Right now, you don't really want to touch them when they're doing a WXY. That's just my trading preference. Complex corrections are just not fun to trade, so I tend to avoid them. And next, in my past video, I mentioned NVDA, and this is actually a stock that I would potentially take a bullish position on. So we do have a bullish impulsive wave in the process of forming right now from what it looks like. So we have a wave 1 up, wave 2 down, wave 3 up, complex correction wave 4, and they're working on a wave 5. In the past video, I also mentioned that there's an alternate count where we put the wave 1 here, a wave 2 here, 3 up, 4 down, and then a wave 5 up. But from recent price action, it looks like this count that I'm mentioning here, which was my main count, looks to be pretty much confirming itself. I do see it pushing upwards more in the future for a wave 5. And for those of you curious, we can actually derive some price targets for that. So let's just say that we take the length of wave 1, drag it down to the bottom of wave 4, which is right around here, and we get the 1-to-1 extension zone pretty much at 224. So that's one target. A very conservative would be the 0.786, which is at 214. So there is some upside, potential upside to the stock if this wave count is valid. So I'm keeping an eye on this. I will take on a bullish position in the future if things are looking good. Right now, I want to get a little bit more confirmation that we can keep pushing up higher before jumping into anything. So that's just going to be my update on all these major stocks. And just to keep in mind, these are reflective of broader indexes as well. So just because Tesla, Apple, and NIO, they're kind of like tech stock, hype stocks, are looking to correct in the future, this could point to a general correction in the tech sector as well and the S&P 500, which makes sense because we are expecting them to correct in the future, which would align well with these major cap stocks. And also for meme stocks, if we do push up on AMC for this fifth wave, we can expect other meme stocks like BlackBerry, BBBY, etc. All those things, Wish, Space possibly, those could also push up along with AMC. So that's just to keep in mind. That's why I like talking about these stocks. They're very good reflectors of just general markets. So I'll keep you updated here in the YouTube as well as, of course, in the Discord. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. And let me know if you have any questions in the comment section or just message me in Discord. And I'll see you in the next video.